One of our first guests is a 13-year-old CEO, motivational speaker, orator, and now playwright. Elijah Coles-Brown of Henrico has written a new stage play based on the words of abolitionist Frederick Douglass that will be produced this weekend in Hampton. He's joined here on our show today by ODU professor and producer and director of the play, Crystal Nolan. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming in. Elijah, tell us about this play. Where did the idea come from?
Well, the idea came from, in December of last year, I was the first place winner of the National Frederick Douglass Oratorical Contest.
There's your trophy right there, your plaque.
Yes.
Congratulations.
And thank you, thank you. And I did a speech, and it was titled, "The Present and Future of the Colored Race of America." And after winning this oratorical contest, it really gave me an idea for a stage production, and really wanted to get me, and I wanted everyone to see the life of the slaves, how they were living, and write a play about their freedom. And this is actually the writer and the director and producer. She wrote the play, and I give her full credit for writing the play. She's a magnificent writer.
So how did you two get together?
Well, of course, my mom's a main connection, and actually, after my mom introduced me to her and another one of our friends as well. They were on Mercy Street. It was a show about the doctors and the Civil War. And after they met, they got together and they became friends. And after that, we decided we've gone a lot of places for speeches. We've done a lot of things. She's helped me along the way. I wouldn't be where I am if it weren't for Miss Crystal and Miss Nolan, I should say. So I want to thank her. So yeah.
So what was it like for you, Crystal, when this young man comes to you and says, I've got this grand idea for this play?
Well, it was fascinating to me, first of all, to see Elijah in his element. He is a fantastic orator, and he is a fantastic writer as well. You know, the Frederick Douglass piece is a declamation, but he writes his own original pieces. But I was fascinated. I was excited about it, and so I'm very interested in that time period. As he said, you know, his mother and I have acted in different pieces, period pieces.
Right, and Mercy Street was set during the Civil War.
That is exactly right. And I'm doing some research dealing with that time period as well. So I was, like I said, overwhelmed with the opportunity to bookend this piece, and particularly with the issues that Frederick Douglass dealt with. Very poignant issues that still reverberate through our contemporary society today. So I was really excited to be able to bring the life of the enslaved worker to the forefront, marry that idea with the ideals and the concepts and the abolitionist motivations that Frederick Douglass had, and to bring that to life and bring that to a contemporary audience in a dramatic way and realistic. So it's been a fabulous opportunity.
And we were taking a look at some of the cast. What was it like putting this together, actually for you, Elijah, to see this go from concept to reality?
Yes. It was magnificent to see that Miss Crystal, Miss Nolan, put together such a magnificent production with just her writing pencil, and it was very awe-inspiring. It was very inspiring, very encouraging to see really the slave day, the slave everyday life come to life in a production that anyone can come and see. And it's really a blessing that we had Miss Nolan to be able to help us put this production together.
What's it like for you, Elijah, because learning about Frederick Douglass, because you kind of are like him in a way. He was a great orator. You are a young but great orator already in your life. Did you learn anything from studying about Frederick Douglass?
Yes, I learned a lot about studying with Frederick Douglass. I read his autobiography, The Narrative of the Life of Frederick Douglass, and it taught me, that book really taught me a lot about the slave life, and it taught me a lot about what they had to go through, what he had to go through, the struggles that he had to endure while picking for cotton from sunup to sundown. It really taught me the struggles when I read that book. And not only that, but reading some of his speeches, it's given me a lot of vocabulary. It's extended my vocabulary a great bit, because Frederick Douglass was a man of great English. He he used words that some people, they don't even know what they mean. And it really extends your vocabulary and really extends your learning of the English language. And as studying his speeches, it also gives me a chance to become a better orator as well.
And I understand that this is a dinner theater production, and the dinner itself ties into the production as well.
That is exactly right. We have featured several of Frederick Douglass's favorite items to eat. The appetizer, opening appetizer is split pea soup, cornbread. You have your choice of yard bird, chicken, or smothered turkey wings. Of course, we have all the wonderful soul food sides, and everything is thematic. So when you come into the production, from the time we walk into the door, you're greeted by one of the plantation servants. This is an experience on the plantation. So it's totally immersive. And you mentioned our cast. I would like to go back to that. We have a fantastic cast. Part of our cast is located in Richmond, and the other half of our cast is located in the Hampton Roads area. That's where I'm from. And we just have a fantastic group of very talented individuals that have come together to push this, to bring it to the forefront, to be an ensemble for Elijah. And so it's just going to be a fantastic evening.
And we're going to see what they can do in just a couple of minutes. We're going to see a scene from the play. Thank you, Elijah, and thank you, Crystal, for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
Elijah Coles Brown's Dreamers Imagine production presents Freedom Day. It's a dinner theater production this Saturday, June 10th at Deja Vu Restaurant and Lounge in Hampton, Virginia. Doors will open at 4:30. The show will begin at 6. Elijah Coles Brown will also be speaking at the Children's March on Washington coming up July 15th at the Lincoln Memorial. That event will begin at 9 a.m. We'll post a link to both of these events on our show website. Just go to WTBR.com/VTN.